Hey there, good buddy. So we're going to keep going on with these new maps here. There's, again, 4 new maps, and this is the first one, Pumpkin Patch, on Apopalypse mode. Yes, Apopalypse mode. So a lot of people don't really like Apopalypse mode, and that's because you really don't get anything out of it. You don't get any monkey money, you don't really get anything cool, and you can't really win Apopalypse mode, and that's kind of the problem here. Why would anybody want to play something that you can't really win? Yeah, it kind of sucks, it's kind of sad, but I still find it kind of enjoying. I don't know, I kind of enjoy it actually because it's kind of a challenge. I like challenges, and putting my Dark Monkey popping ability to the test is definitely one of my favorite things to do. So how are you going to beat Apocalypse mode? I think most people know, if you know anything about Apocalypse mode, you start off with a little bit of extra popping power here. For example, Dark Monkey's in the back. You get a pretty darn strong sniper, for example, a 1-0 sniper, or a 1-1 sniper for that matter, but I think 1-0 sniper is good enough for now, and he's going to pop all these strong balloons. Apocalypse mode is basically just a bunch of weak balloons surrounded by a few sparse strong balloons. That's basically how it works. And of course, they work up in difficulty along the way, and they get harder and harder and harder. And eventually, your sniper kind of gets overrun. But if you can get a spike factory, bam, in the bottom right corner in time, your spike factory is going to deal with a lot of these balloons, and that'll allow you to get some economy up. Contrary to popular belief, especially in Balloon Star Defense 4, farms do give you money in Apocalypse mode. Even though there is no round money that you get money for beating each round, you do get farm money. So that is definitely a tremendous help to these challenges because the rounds go really, really fast. So if you get your farms up really early, you can get some extreme bank up really, really quick. Now, I did do this one, No Lives Lost, which was definitely very tough. You can tell my road spikes in the bottom corner there are barely starving off these balloons here, barely able to defeat them all. But we did it, and we eventually got our boat up. And once I got my boat, I got him up to Grape Shot. I was like, sweet, delicious action. We're popping all these balloons, pretty much no problems whatsoever. But that's going to run out pretty darn soon because the levels, they ramp up in difficulty really darn fast. You get some camos, you get some leads coming out soon, and all I have is my 1-0 sniper for lead popping power, and I really don't have very much camo detection at all besides my spike factory in the back. So you're going to have to get something else, but first things first is you got to get some economy up. Pretty much go as hardcore as you possibly can with your economy right now because that's going to allow you to help, that's going to help you out a lot more in the mid to late game. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Apocalypse mode is pretty much beaten once you beat level 45. I really don't see how you could possibly beat level 45 but then start losing in level 46, 50, or 51 unless you just don't build anything with all of your money that you have. So, some people might disagree with me. They're like, no, Apocalypse is technically infinite and you can't beat Apocalypse mode. Yeah, kind of, but unless you really, really want to go and build every single temple and fill up every single ounce of space in this entire place and try and get to a really high round, 300 plus, 250 plus, something like that, it's pretty much a waste of time. I don't recommend doing any of that stuff. It's just going to take literally hours on your computer of pretty much nonsensical balloon popping that really doesn't matter too much. But anyways, let's get back here to this strategy. I did get a destroyer up, which is kind of a unique strategy. I don't normally go with destroyers too much, but I decided, hey, like I said, it's right in the middle there. Why not get some extra popping power with him? Bam, Shazam. We also got a couple farms up here, kind of late actually, on level 38 or 39. Got some more farms, which is kind of a dangerous thing to do. If you're kind of not a very skilled Apocalypse player, I would definitely not recommend doing that. And what you can do instead is just get a quick Super Monkey up. You gotta get some Moab popping power because Moabs come out really darn fast around level 40. It's not just like one Moab comes out on level 40, it's lots of them come out very, very fast. And if you don't get your plasma up to pop all those Moabs really darn fast, you're pretty much going to get screwed over. Now, I did something really, really unbelievably hardcore right here. I went with a 3-0 Monkey Town and got up to a Roboplasma really darn fast. And Roboplasmas are obviously one of the best things to get versus Moabs. They're pretty darn amazing, and what you can do is, once you get that guy, you can start getting your farms up again. You pretty much sell all your farms to get some extra economy up here. You can tell that the 3-0 Monkey Town is much, much better for getting monies than the farms, so I do recommend going with that for sure, even if you got to sell your farms, just because there's so much RBE per level. I don't know if you guys know, it doesn't say on these levels because it's Apocalypse mode, but it is pretty darn extreme. I would say up there in the $30,000 per round once you get to these a little bit later rounds, or maybe even like $10,000 per round, which is actually quite a bit. But you can tell my money is just going up so fast. We're at 100,000, 110, 120, 130, 140. You know, it just goes up really darn fast there, guys. Look at all that money we're getting. It's awesome. I mean, this is pretty darn sped up fast, but that's okay. We can spend all that money, and like I said, look at that. We can easily afford a max temple right now with the money we have, really, really easily, and rock these balloons. But just to make it more fun, let's do it a little bit differently. We're not going to go with those guys. We're going to get some specters down here. Yeah, dog. We're going to get some 4-2 specters, and those are going to help out a lot versus the weaker balloons. But once you get to those oh my gods and stuff, not quite as delicious. So the specters So I mean, what happens is level 40 is moabs, level 50 is BFBs, level 60 is oh my gods. That's usually how it works. And then I got, you know what I decided to do? I decided to get some 4-2 boats as well. Why the heck not? We're going pretty much all mecha towers right now, specters and buccaneers, and you can tell we're actually beating these oh my gods pretty darn easily with what we have. But it does actually ramp up a difficulty more and more and more every single round, so it does get tougher and tougher. So honestly, the best way to do it is to get a temple up. Get that temple up, and you're going to be pretty darn solid. You're going to pretty much have no problems versus any of these oh my gods. Of course, I would definitely have some extra support towers here, but temples definitely limit the lag. I mean, I'm lagging a little bit here. I'm actually 7 times sped up, believe it or not. I sped it up so fast because realistically, you don't really have too much going on. You just have a lot of oh my gods getting popped, and you guess you have me talking. But other than that, there's really nothing going on. I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of sitting here and I'm kind of chilling. In fact, I actually walked away for a little while. So just understanding that my defense is so, I mean, good for right now means that I don't even have to worry about any of these balloons. The cool thing about those 4-2 boats is that they're actually pretty darn good at Moab popping power. You might not think about it, but because there's so many of those darts going around all over the place, they're really good versus those oh my gods, BFBs, and some Moabs. But I think the Spectres will really take the cake right here. As long as you have those Roboplasmas attacking those oh my gods, the Spectres down there are taking care of the Moabs and BFBs as well. So overall, pretty darn good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please press that little like button down there. I appreciate that. And have a great day.